The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold. The village lay in peaceful silence, but in one small hut, a heart burned with frustration. A young man sat on the wooden floor, staring at the torn pages of his latest rejected work. His dreams had always been bigger than the fields his family tilled. He wanted more. He wanted to build something that would last, to create a legacy that would be remembered long after he was gone. But life had not been kind. From the moment he stepped beyond the borders of his village to chase his dreams, he had faced nothing but rejection. Every job application he sent was denied. Every idea he presented was dismissed. Every attempt he made to start a business ended in disaster. At one point, he had gathered all his savings to launch a small trade business, only to be cheated by those he trusted. He returned home empty-handed, drowning in debt and disappointment. His family, though loving, had lost faith in his dreams. They urged him to abandon his ambitions and return to farming. "Not everyone is meant for greatness," they told him. "Perhaps your destiny is here, in the soil, not in the city." But deep down, he refused to accept that fate. One night, after another day of failure, he sat alone under the vast sky, the weight of his struggles pressing on his shoulders. He looked up at the stars, wondering if they ever struggled to shine. Was it easy for them to sparkle, or did they battle against the darkness too? That night, something changed within him. He realized that failure was not the end. Failure was only a lesson. He decided to start again. With no money, no connections, and no support, he took his remaining strength and began working in the fields to save up. Every coin he earned was invested in learning. He read books borrowed from travelers, studied the lives of those who had succeeded, and observed the patterns of those who had failed. He refused to let his past dictate his future. This time, when he ventured out again, he was wiser. Instead of chasing quick success, he focused on building something with patience. He started a small trade business again, but this time, he paid attention to the market, learned from past mistakes, and remained cautious. When he made profits, he didn't spend them recklessly, he reinvested. When he faced setbacks, he adjusted his strategy instead of giving up. There were still obstacles. Many times he wanted to quit. Many times, the weight of hardship made him question his path. But he kept reminding himself of one thing. If he stopped now, all his struggles would have been for nothing. Years passed, and slowly, his efforts bore fruit. What once seemed impossible began to take shape. His business grew beyond the village, reaching nearby towns and eventually, the entire region. People who once doubted him now sought his advice. Those who mocked him now spoke of his perseverance. One day, as he stood atop a hill overlooking the land where he had once failed, he realized the truth. Success was never about luck or talent alone. It was about persistence. It was about learning from failure and never giving up, no matter how many times life knocked him down. His story became a lesson to many, a testament that failure is not the end. It is simply the beginning of a greater journey. Failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. Every setback carries a lesson that can guide you toward a better future. Persistence is the key to greatness. Those who refuse to give up are the ones who eventually reach their dreams. Learn from your mistakes. Instead of seeing failure as defeat, use it as a teacher. Patience and perseverance are greater than talent. Hard work and determination will always win in the long run. Your past does not define your future. No matter where you start, your dedication and effort will shape where you end up. And so his story lived on, inspiring generations to never give up, because the only true failure is the decision to stop trying.